everybody. This is your host, DJ Illist. Welcome to Gaming Wizard episode 35. Today we're going to take a look at Weird West. This is a action RPG game. Wild West meets sci-fi fantasy theme. We're just going to pick out 4 mechanics that stand out and also provide a little bit of strategy along the way. So let's get into it. The first unique mechanic is that there's a threshold on how much outlawing you can do. For example, the more your criminal career is more notorious and more known, so the more known you are, the more bounty hunters would start hunting you down. So you gotta keep it on the DL. One strategy is to avoid as much being covered by the newspapers, and you can slowly gauge the newspapers and just be stealthy about it, and just don't be so active in the outlawing. Just do it, sparingly. The second unique mechanic is that there's no auto lock-on aim for your crosshair. It has to be done manually. For some players, they wouldn't like this type of mechanic, but others may like this type of manual mechanic, and they might prefer this type of playstyle. So in order to keep your gun functional and able to continue to use it, you have to do this upkeep of using these things called relics, which is like your currency you would have to use in order to make your gun functional. I just thought that was kind of like an unnecessary approach, and why can't the game developers just make like buy the bullets instead, um, in order to keep the gun functional instead of like you have to do this upkeep of currency. Wouldn't most people prefer the latter? Come on. And here's the second video clip of that example of manual aiming. A strategy you can use to get better aim on your targets is point at your target and wait until the crosshair is highlighted in a brighter red. I think this type of method is the only one that you can use to help your aim. I mean, you can actually get a sense and feeling of the pacing of your targets moving around. The third unique mechanic as part of the Wild West theme meets sci-fi fantasy. There's a third theme. It's kind of like a Oregon Trail thing going on. Along the way, you have to replenish such stats as health. You have to be wary of what you eat after you kill an animal. I mean, you can't just eat an animal raw without cooking it, and if you eat it raw, then it would actually degrade your health. And I thought this was unique and also a distinctive trait for a action RPG where they have this Oregon Trail thing. The fourth unique mechanic is my favorite because in order to extract clues and information from your suspects, you can use physical interrogation tactics. Um, yeah, and most RPG games, you would have to do the discovery thing and scavenger thing in order to get clues. But I thought this was pretty awesome take on a RPG where you use physical interrogation. So the physical interrogation, you have to be careful on how you select your replies and responses, because this is dependency on choices matter. So you have to make the right choice in selecting your actions during physical interrogation. The strategy you can use during physical interrogation and this dependency on choices matter is that just read the text carefully and pick out the one text that seems to make the most sense and the more likeliest of that you'll get information out of the suspect. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.